My name is HP. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm spending 3 days exploring the creative, rational, yet liberal city of Amsterdam. I'm gonna explore museums, tulip gardens, canals, and bicycle lanes. I'm gonna paint the red light district and enjoy some of the local foods, and of course, make some amazing paintings at the end. And I'm leaving the city with my two boys and painting artwork out of materials we foraged from the ancient forest where we have our summer cabin. Welcome to the dam.
Oh, we have landed. I didn't know I would have to climb Mount Amsterdam.
Amsterdam is a dilemma of a rational and irrational paradigm. The structured chaos of degeneracy and elitism is, from what I gauge, the reason why diversity flourishes here. And places with diversity like Amsterdam throughout history has shown to be a great spawning ground for new and innovative art. The Rijksmuseum behind me is easily one of the most famous museums in the world, showcasing Dutch artists and history. It's home to such masterpieces as the Night Watch from Rembrandt and the famous work of Van Gogh. The grand buildings, vast collections, centuries of Dutch culture, from the golden age to modern times. However, I'm not here for the golden times or artists such as Rembrandt or Van Gogh. I'm here for my favorite artist. It's the Impressionist Itzhak Israels, the Dutch Impressionists, also known as. He was a painter known for his vibrant impressionistic style and focus on modern urban life. He was part of the Amsterdam's Impressionists movement and often compared to artists such as Jordaan, George Hendrik Breitner, and the French Impressionists. And that is why I'm here. Impressionism speaks to me for the simple reason that these paintings feel unstaged. The looseness creates the illusion of movement. It's a snapshot of what life was really like back in the late 1800s and early 1900s.
It's definitely crazy seeing these famous works in real life. It almost feels fake, and part of me can't really separate from the fact that these works was really put together by the hand of some of art history's gods. Throughout my travels, I figured out that you can learn a lot about a place through what people eat. My first job was at a sushi chef back in the 2000s, and it ended up with me owning and running a lot of sushi bars. I learned how to make sushi in Hawaii and Japan, and it also taught me how important food is to a culture. I myself, I'm not impressed by the Michelin fine dining experience. For me, it equates to hyperrealism within the art culture. I tend to end up at a small mom and pop stall in the corner selling some fried beef filled potato cake the same way they did for many years. That is Impressionism for me. It is the real old world, unrefined or without an agenda.
Bordjes en die kan ze zich nergens vinden. Papieren bord.
I always walk a lot when I travel because I want to get off the beaten path and see the real city. And this is probably more like the real Amsterdam and the real Holland or Netherlands. And by the way, they're not that tall here, so bad news.
Walking around, exploring streets, boroughs, buildings, and museums adds to my arsenal of painting. It can be anything from flowers on a cafe table to how the red lights of a window reflects on the water surface of a canal.
Like Italy's, Louisiana's, Amsterdam's love child. Barbecue sauce, French fries. Yeah, put the French in there, but that's Louisiana. Stoop waffle. Stoop waffle? Tooth nightmare. Like a waffle with caramel in between.
I like checking out modern art today. I think it's like taking the pulse on the times that we live in. And it's not without some hesitation I tend to equate high in demand art made today and interior design. The art should both reflect a criticism of the modern day policy we live in, as well as being aesthetically pleasing in a minimalist home. Banksy is a perfect example of an artist who managed the odd combination of progressive movement, commerce, and being aesthetically pleasing at the same time. After I went to the Moco Museum, I headed out to Straat, the street art museum. The Straat Museum in Amsterdam is a massive street art museum that is located in the former shipyard of NDSM, with over 180 large-scale artworks from global artists. It was a quick boat ride out to the island, and the view from the boat was, to say the least, stunning. The collective blues was harmonizing in a way it was hard to put on camera. For those who are new to me, they might not know that I started my art endeavor within graffiti. The type of graffiti I made back in the 1990s was less muralistic and more trainistic. The Straat Museum was way better than I expected. The size, scope, impact really doesn't translate well on film, but it was very, very interesting. There were so many great artworks, it was really hard to limit this film to the best and most profound artworks. By the way, the first one to spot Donkey Kong will get a free painting of Donkey Kong sent to them. Write the exact time where it shows in the comments and I will get back to you.
So, no, despite Republican claims to the contrary, these are not sob stories, these are not paid actors, these are not Democratic operatives, these are nurses and teachers and retirees and veterans and healthcare workers. These are everyday Americans who are seeing prices go up under Donald Trump, the economy showing signs of slumping, their neighbors being fired without cause, and America retreating around the world, and they want answers. And as Americans who still live in what remains a democracy, at least for now, that is exactly what we should be doing. The reality is that Republicans are feeling the heat.
So one thing is for damn sure, in Amsterdam, people are beautiful here, and it's certainly surprising because it wasn't something that I anticipated. However, we're not here for that. We're here for art and exploring and eating. So yeah. I can sum up this visit with there's a lot of beautiful art that was made historically in Amsterdam, or in the Netherlands for that matter. And people are biking everywhere. I don't know where they're going, but they're biking. They're going somewhere. And it's a very youthful city, beautiful city, amazing architecture, great food. There's not a lot more that I would want from a visit. It's stunning.
Several days later.
Är vi on the road? Vad ser du bilar?
Jag gillade gris.
Ja, det är ju Sneffa.
Ser att det var mycket snö.
Du är hungrig eller? Det räknar inte jag med.
Det är snö på studsmattan.
We're in our summer cabin foraging for stuff to pretty much print our painting with, and it will be a pretty cool painting from our summer home in the northeast of Skåne.
Nu fångar vi en fisk.
Ja just det, kommer du ihåg det?
Ja, jag kommer ihåg det.
Nej, den mossan där. Den. Där det är ljuset är. Där det är ljus, där det lyser på mossan. Nej, där. Längre dit. Där ja, där vill jag ha en fet mossabit. Där. Ja, exakt. Ge mig den. Kom hit med den.
Till ett träd.
Som. Ja, exakt. Exakt.
Åka på det. Nu gör det jag gör.
Exakt. Titta, de skapar konst. Exakt.
Yes, det där såg jättecoolt ut.
Exakt, så. Ja!
Åh, shit.
Och bara mer. Smäcka den.
Jag vet exakt vad jag ska göra här.
Skitbra. Riktigt bra.
Ja, bra. Kasta.
Bra!
Bra.
Oj.
Det gör inget. Sådana här små grejer.
Pappa.
Wow.
Pappa, kolla vad jag gör.
Kolla, kolla. Här har vi guldblad, grabbar.
Ja.
Kolla här. Ja.
Alltså jag vill inte att de ska ha för mycket guld på sig. Vad annat? Filmar vi hela tiden?
Ja.
Hur lång tid tog detta?
En timme har vi hållit på.
20 minuter håll på.
Nej.
Extremt målmedveten.
Han ville vara ensam.
Ja, han har varit ensam jättelänge, men sen en kompis.
If you reached this far in the video, thanks a lot for watching. Put on notifications like and subscribe and all that stuff if you want to see more of this content in the near future. If you want to support even more, you can check out my website. Some of the paintings that I made in Amsterdam will be available there for a pretty reasonable price. Also in the description, you will find all the places that I visited in Amsterdam. Some of them you might want to check out yourself. So links down below in the timeline and everything. Thank you a lot for watching, and see you again next time.